What's the feeling like after a win? Good spirits this week?
Yeah, very nice. Winning's beautiful. It's a lovely feeling and something you want to experience very often and more. So it's been a great week and ready to go tomorrow.
Just out on the pitch, watching you train, very vocal, getting stuck into the players and really keeping them on it. We spoke with one of the players afterwards and he says they sort of enjoy that as well. Do you like that? Just keeping the voice high and really keeping them accountable out there?
Yeah, I think there's a time and a place for everything. We have certain standards that we want to uphold, and sometimes as a coach you've got to drive that more than others. And yeah, in the end it's a -1. It's a match day -1, and it's going to be hot in there tomorrow, and the pressure's going to be on. So we have to replicate that as best as could today.
There's some different players in your change room now, but does the grand final come up?
No, it doesn't. Like you said, there's a lot of bodies missing from that. A lot of new players playing tomorrow. So it's a new campaign, new season, new team with new players, and we know the expectation and we know the significance of this match. It's early in the season, but every game is so important, and we're looking forward to tomorrow night.
Bodies missing, Roddy and Louis. Do you have any updates on those? Roddy chance?
Yeah, I think Roddy's a big chance. Yeah, Roddy's completed the full week for the first time, so yeah, we'll have our medical meeting this afternoon and cross-check everything, and I'm hoping Roddy's right to play tomorrow. Louis, no. Louis won't be right to probably Sydney FC. So, Louis, Nish, we hope they're both right for Sydney FC.
What does Roddy give you, coming back in, a bit of boost?
Absolutely. He's our captain. He's our leader, and a fantastic footballer. And he makes us different when he plays. We're a different team when Roddy's playing, and it's been great having him on the pitch to lift the players around him and see his quality and what he brings to the team, and hopefully tomorrow he's right to start.
In terms of motivation, so the grand final won't come up, but one of the features of that grand final was just how physical City was in that game. Has that been a point of focus for this week, making sure that if they get physical, you match it?
Yeah, I think it's, like Vidi said last week in his presser, they're a physical side, and some people don't look at Melbourne City in that way, but they're a very physical side, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's part of the game, and in a football match, a lot of things are at stake. You want to play beautiful football, whatever that means to each individual. You want to compete physically, and I believe when you do both, you give yourself the best chance of winning. You can't be this beautiful football team and not be aggressive and physical, because in the end you can get overrun and overpowered, and you've got to marry both together to give yourself the best chance.
What sort of enjoyable headache does it give you that Denny started the season so well at 10, and then you start finding that position last week and he plays 70-odd minutes and scores?
Yeah, that's nice, and that's what he's here to do. And he's at the beginning of this journey. He'll grow and keep getting better physically with more and more games. And yeah, that's the team we wanted to sign. They're the players we want to bring in, players that are adaptable and versatile, and allows us to blend everyone in together. And sometimes someone can be an attacking midfielder, sometimes they can be a holding midfielder, a winger can play up front, and that's the key for us, to be really flexible and versatile, and yeah, we want to be really functional as well.
City only got off the plane from Tokyo at nearly midnight on Wednesday. They'll get one session before the game. Is that an avenue for you? You can impose your own physical will on this game against a tight opponent?
I don't look at that as an advantage, Joey. I look at that as, the flip side. They come now with confidence and belief, and people forget what that does to teams when you have a massive result. The flow-on effect of that is high confidence, okay, and it happens all over the world. If it was that much of a disadvantage, all the clubs in Europe that play Champions will play every 3 days, the big clubs, or they'd be losing on weekends. But that's not the case at all. And yeah, we're definitely not looking at that as an advantage for us. That's just part of the game, and they'll be up for it, and we'll be up for it.
Just back on the theme of the Melbourne derby, obviously we need to build it up, and fans build it up on the outside. Is there still room inside the four walls to build it up and tap into that energy, wanting to beat the opposition, the other big Melbourne club?
Yeah, of course. The derbies are massive. They're big for the clubs involved, and they're even bigger for the league. And at a stage now where we're at as a league, and we constantly talk about wanting to grow our league and putting more bums on seats, we need these derbies to be full. We need these derbies to be a great spectacle for football, and encourage people to come out and support it and back the game, because it's really important for us to grow the game, that we need these games to be games that are a box office in terms of, you know, a spectacle, and we look forward to it. Tomorrow's the first one for this season, and we want to make it a special one because we're the home team.
I think from one more note, the player perspective, like, can you tap into the player energy of them wanting to go out and beat City with the other team?
Yeah, and that's something that comes from within our four walls in the change room. That's what happens when you've got good leadership and a great change room. They know the significance of the match. They know it's a derby. The beauty is, although we have a lot of young players, we've also got some experienced head that can navigate through a difficult week for some young ones, because for some people it might be the first time they've tasted a derby, and it's important that our experienced heads there keep them levelled, keep them grounded, and keep them motivated and focused on the job at hand. And that's what happens with us when we've got a good blend of youth and experience.
Talk about putting on a good show, get the fans in, making it pumping. I guess, has the importance of this fixture now been heightened by the fact that it is the only Melbourne derby anymore? We used to have Western United in here as well, but now it's only you and City flying the A-League flag in Melbourne.
Yeah, that probably makes it a little bit more significant and bigger for that matter. But you know, in saying that, this derby's been around for many years, and there's also a lot of derbies for Melbourne Victory, as I've said many times as well. But this one is the biggest one, and one we're looking forward to tomorrow night, that's for sure.